You will determine the outcome of this election. Vote, vote, vote.
Not the same message from the president.
But if I see tens of thousands of ballots being manipulated, I can't go along with that. This is a horrible thing for our country. This is not going to end well.
A fitting, foreboding end to a debate that did nothing for undecided voters, and where the big loser, it turns out, was America.
Well, earlier I spoke to Cornell Belcher, a political strategist and pollster who worked for the Democratic Party and both Obama presidential campaigns. And I began by putting it to him that Donald Trump dominated the debate and shouted down his opponent. So in his terms, he won.
Well, I don't know if being rude and loud and boisterous equals win, because what's the win, right? Donald Trump is the candidate who's behind in this race. And he's behind in this race because he's losing voters, particularly among suburban voters, particularly among women voters. And if you look at the focus groups that the Washington Post did, they use terms like unhinged and unpresidential.
But was there anything that anybody discovered about Donald Trump last night that they haven't known for 4 years? I mean, all of this stuff was sort of on display in 2016, and he still won then.
He's someone who won by a fluke of our electoral system. And the question is now, can he win the presidency of the United States again with 47% of the electorate? I don't think lightning's going to strike twice. The other thing here that sort of jumps out, the president of the United States gave a shout out to a white supremacy group. When asked to condemn white supremacy, he gave a shout out to a white supremacy group. That is not the sort of behavior that I think a lot of our middle-of-the-road voters are going to agree with and swing towards him because of that. And quite frankly, it's dangerous.
But what was extraordinary about that moment was that Joe Biden failed to seize on it. I mean, did you look at Joe Biden and think this is a strong candidate who's going to persuade people, or is he just the guy who doesn't offend?
I think Biden would have been better served if he had not, in fact, tried to debate or go back and forth with Donald Trump at all, but in fact, turn to the camera and talk directly to the American people about what it is he plans to do to make their lives better and better position America for the future.
Do you think that extraordinary statement that we heard to the sort of the far right to stand by means that we are going to see people with guns, frankly, coming onto the streets if this election is disputed?
That is, unfortunately, that's where we are in this country. We are a country with a lot of guns and a lot of volatility.
If it turns really ugly and potentially violent, what are you going to do?
I think there's more people of goodwill and nonviolent in this country than there are people who want to sort of disrupt things and cause chaos. And I'm going to join in with the people of goodwill in this country of all colors and from all backgrounds. And democracy will prevail in this country. It may be messy, but it will prevail. We are not going to have a coup in the United States of America, but it might get messy.
Cornell Belcher, and later in the programme we'll get the Republican response. Plus we'll have the latest reaction to our major investigation into the data files used by the Trump campaign in 2016. What do current Trump campaign staff make of its apparent aim to deter people from voting?
That's ridiculous, and what I would say to you is I hope you'll go look at the CIA report. There was a CIA referral that Hillary Clinton was spreading a lot of false news about Russia, so I hope you guys will